What is up, guys? Ghost Pain here. Welcome back to Overwatch 2, and today I've got a guide for you of sorts to hopefully help you climb the ranks of this support role. Now, as a support main myself who was hard stuck in high silver, low gold for quite a while, I knew I needed to do something different, so I went on YouTube to watch a couple of guys, ML7 and Awkward especially. I would highly suggest checking out Awkward of the two because his content is very helpful. But it did help teach me new methods on what to do in certain situations, and that's where I wanted to make this video, as I'm going to show you a couple of games and discuss my thoughts as we go through the games. Now, to give a general tip to every player, no matter what role you play, always keep your emotions in check. Now, I would be lying if I said I still don't find myself arguing with Overwatch players every now and again, but I will tell you guys, keeping your emotions in check will help you in the long run, as letting them fly off the rails will hold you back. I understand it's easy to let them fly off the rails given how toxic this community is, but I guarantee you, if you learn how to control your emotions, it will help you in the long run. So with the game underway, with the round started, I always look for damage, especially given the fact that no one needs heals at the start of the round. Bit of an unlucky death there. I did the right thing by pulling back when I was taking damage, but I didn't know there was a trap set behind the front line. Ouch, he's gonna feel that one in the morning. I'm not sure why that Ana didn't try to sleep me. Maybe she had it on cooldown, but to point out one mistake she did make, all the jumping she was doing was not necessary, as jumping not only makes it harder for you to hit your shots, it also makes it easier for the enemy to predict where you're going to land. So that being said, I would condone strafing rather than jumping. Whenever you feel like your position is compromised and the enemy's pushing up, always push back. It's never a bad idea to get this aggressive. Not only does it give you ult charge, but it also makes it harder for the enemy to contest either points or payloads. Again, if you feel like your position's compromised, always rotate. Always look to do damage whenever you don't need to heal anybody. Probably could have stayed alive if I didn't screw up that teleport, but that Genji wasted his whole ult chasing me down, so it wasn't all bad. Again, it's better to strafe left and right than jump like what that Kiriko was doing. Because again, jumping makes it easier to predict where you're going to land. Now for Kiriko in general, you always want to use her ult at the start of the team fight rather than when it gets going. Because at the start of the team fight is always better because your whole team can get value out of it. Again, if the enemy's pushing back, you push forward, and vice versa. Whenever a team fight's done, I'm always pushing up and looking for damage. Sometimes I even get a lucky kill to start the next team fight. Again, I'm always rotating, and with Kiriko, I'm always teleporting back if I'm being pushed. Now, that was a mistake on the enemy's Kiriko's part. She should have used that ult when the team fight started rather than when it was already going. Her tank was already dead by the time she used it, so the ult had no chance of getting any value. One thing you will notice as you climb the ranks is you'll notice a lot of support mains doing a lot of damage, even ones who are using Mercy. There's the case in point. A Mercy popped Valkyrie chased me down for the kill. Thankfully, I used my ult when the team fight started, and my team was able to clean it up. Whenever I'm at full HP and I see somebody low, I always look to clean up the kill if I can. And that was a pretty good round. Now, that game ended on that round because the team quit after that. But I do have another game for you guys, one where I used a Lari. And just like the last game, my thought process is to always do damage when a round starts, because who needs healing when the round starts? I'm always looking to rotate my angles whenever I feel like my position is compromised. Now, even though the damage mentality says to do damage, remember, it's still your responsibility to keep your teammates alive, as the support roles are the only heroes that can heal. Should have taken cover there sooner. I would have avoided dying. With the Lari, always put her healing pile on where it's hard for the enemies to get to. Same thing with Symmetra turrets and Baptiste's immortality field. And again, when the enemies are pushing forward, you push backward, and vice versa. Our tank nearly paid the price for not following that rule.
Feels better. Thanks.
Kinda botched that ult up, but at least I was able to clean the kill. Remember to stay patient with your abilities and your shots. Being fast with your shots is good, but they gain no value if you don't hit them. Same thing with your abilities. You want to make sure your abilities hit in order to get value out of them. Because no matter how fast you are, you won't get any value out of your shots or abilities if you don't hit them. Always make sure to keep your team alive. Remember, that is a priority for support heroes, even though doing damage is good. The enemies are going back, so what are we doing? We're pushing forward. Now we're pushing back because the enemies are pushing forward. Saw the Baptiste was low, went to clean up the kill. quickly move backward.
Take cover.
Risky challenge there, but thankfully I paid off by being patient with my shots and not hurrying them up. Always point out your enemies that might be flanking just so that your team knows.
Combat protocols activated.
Life from life.
That is a huge kill.
Thank you. That helps.
That kill on Moira definitely created an advantage in that team fight.
Healing pylon deployed.
I should have been looking for an angle to do damage here. But even in the highest ranks, players will make mistakes.
Feels better. Thanks.
Always try to utilize cover, something I'm not doing well here.
Life protects life.
These injuries aren't something to be proud of.
Again, if the enemies are going backward, you push forward.
Enemy radar contact.
And I was able to secure the kill on Bastion there. And that was a pretty good defensive round. There you see the stats. But now let's go on to the attack round.
Healing pylon deployed.
Yep, looking for an angle to do damage. I like it.
Positioning healing pylon. Enemy turret ahead. Taking flight.
Not the most ideal place for that pylon. I kind of messed up there. But remember, it's always your responsibility to try to keep your teammates alive.
Healing pylon deployed.
Protects life.
I see an enemy. Stay near my pylon.
There's why it's nice to push up, because pushing up can make it so that your enemy can't do this. Even though we were able to secure the point, had we pushed up, we would have denied them a contest there.
Think you can type my healing pylon out.
The enemies are pushing back, so what are we doing? We're pushing forward. Nice use of cover there. Felt like my position was compromised, so I'm rotating my angles.
Healing pylon deployed.
Now that was a mistake on my part. They knew I was there, yet I didn't move, so that made me an easy target.
Why isn't the payload moving? I destroyed their turret.
A bit unlucky there, but it happens sometimes. It's important to note that when the enemy is shooting at you, they're not shooting at your teammates. So even if you're doing damage and the enemy's concentrating fire on you, that's doing something still.
Let's take him to the wasteland. Enemy turret. Off it. Face the sunrise.
With the Lari in general, always try to find enemies that are grouped up to use her ult on. A Moira with low HP, I'm going for that. And there you go, guys, victory. So the basic tips is do damage if you can, be patient with your shots and abilities, because remember, accuracy is better than speed, because even if you can shoot fast, it won't do nothing if you don't hit your shots. So be patient and be accurate more than fast. Rotate your positions. And yeah, guys, those are the basics. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Probably not the perfect guide, which I wasn't expecting it to be, but I hope you guys learned something from this. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment if this helped you out, and I will see you later. Bring the pain in your matches.